All right, let's go ahead. This is Nick Rekieta, the liquor story time. Somebody put this clip up there. We met our friends there. We met our new friends at that comedy show.
I do like making new friends.
She got so pale and so nasally. Licked in the face by fucking... I get so many comments. Like, I have to moderate comments for the channel. I get so many comments from people going, oh, I could tell she was on coke in this one. Oh, I could tell she was high. I could tell this, that. Look at her hair. Like, they'll point shit out. And I'll just be like, I thought she was hiding it really well at the time. And then I go back and look and I read people's comments and I'm like, Nick, now he's like my boy. It's gay. I mean, that Aaron is right. It was gay. Really is. Dude licked me.
What's wrong with gay?
Dude licked me the first night.
Maybe that's his thing. He likes licking.
Here's the thing.
cheeks.
Nick likes to lick, and he also likes to sneak cheek kisses. He's a sneaky cheek kisser.
So he's cheeky?
He's secret gay. This is hard. Dude, this is hard to watch. How did you guys put up with this era of steel toe? This was awful. How did you watch that? Thank you for getting us to 13,000 subs. Thank you for sticking with us. Thank you for climbing our viewership numbers to the highest they'd ever been on YouTube and Rumble. Thank you for getting us here. I don't know how you survived this era and to think that only one of us pulled up and I shouldn't even say completed it. One of us is still pulling up. Holy
gay.
He is. He's secret gay.
What in the world?
I think he's jealous. I think he likes my lush, bare cheeks. All right, let's go to the next one. January 17th.
Do you have photo evidence of some of it? Did you like it, though? That is the main question.
Look, I didn't want to bring this up. I didn't want to have disclosure time on today's program.
It's a great music group.
But I have to say, I'm not a beard rubbing on my cheeks kind of guy. All right, this is hard for me to watch. This is gay. This is really fun. All right, let's go. What's the next clip? Oh, this was one of the licks. No. Oh, this was like a week. This was like 2-3 weeks. Yeah, look at what stimulant use does to your hair, by the way. It just dries it out. Bringing his nipples along. Shirtless Nick Rekieta.
Bad hair.
There he is. And that's a Holocaust survivor. That's a guy who just got out of Dachau. Oh, and those gay tattoos. Like, what is he, a college chick?
Oh, it's now we have to prove that it's actually if you
and he's high as a kite too. Look at that. Oh my God. I can't do the licking thing. No, thank you. Oh, it's hard to watch. For the record, that does not put me in a great place mentally to go back and watch that shit either. I do it for you. I do it for you. Bappa Shop says, I didn't listen during this time, and then some crazy personal shit happened to me, and well. April's Parents Hobby Farm says, I honestly quit watching for a year. Yeah, I want to hear people's thoughts on this, though. Lost Chaos Synthesizer says, Aaron, it's always been awful, but it's on, like GMA. Okay. Annoyed Wawa Supervisor says, how did I listen back then? By making mean alt accounts that specifically targeted your ex-wife's shortcomings. That's how. Oh, well, I mean, at least he answered the question, right? Sam Show says, from what I hear, everyone hated this stupid broad. Jesus, that's a little extreme. King Kong Dong says, I only donated on Johnny Days. Slap my ass, Sally. Said, we tried telling you, but you always got mad when we called you guys out for putting on a shitty show. They were bad shows. I can attest. They were awful shows. I apologize. You know what? I apologize. I want to apologize for November of 2023 through April 1st, 2024, era of Steel Toe. I want to apologize for it to this audience, to the people who pay the bills, to the people who keep this show on the air. I mean, I'm being serious. I apologize for that era of the program. It was lazy. It was poorly rested. It was poorly prepared. Priorities were elsewhere. It was shitty. It's an awful thing to do. The nerve of two people to ask for your money while we were putting on a subpar product like that. I apologize. I thank everybody who stuck around for that 6-month period of horse shit. I apologize for my co-host being high on drugs while we were on the program. I apologize for the one time I came on the show with the weed gummies or whatever it was. How high school and gay is that, by the way? I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry for not, I did my part to try and call it out off the air, but I'm sorry for not pulling up sooner. I apologize to the audience for all that, and thank you for those of you who have stuck around and forgiven me, even if it is like hobo, just to, say I told you so and tell me what a piece of shit I am. Buffalo Jockey with $2 says her drug use was extremely obvious. You cared about her and Love is Blind. Also, I stopped watching episodes with her on it. Sad you lost Corey because of her. I don't know if I lost Corey because of her. I think unless Corey said that, I don't think that's the case. Silverwolf with $2 says, appreciate the apology. Not every show can be the Red Green show. What that actually hurts my feelings. And have every season and episode be a banger. There you go. Season 9. This is season 11 of Steel Toe, right? Because last year was the 10th year. Season 10 of Steel Toe was rough. We'll remember season 10 as the rough one. Fair enough. Buffalo Jockey says, how many times we had to hear about a homeless person spitting in her mouth and her retarded fear of sharks while living in Minnesota. A homeless person spitting in her mouth? I don't remember that one. Toby says, remember when I asked why should I donate if I never get my prizes? Shit, good times. Hey, remember now I'm mailing them out? All right. I got 2 more that I got to mail out today, as a matter of fact. Kotad says, Steel Toe is in its 11th hour. I mean season. Hey, wait a minute. What is this? What is this? This is from what show? 1 year ago? She wasn't doing coke a year ago. 7:05:23.
Got a whole situation. He's right.
Kyle says, sometimes I pretend April's mic is a black cock. Now, why would you do something like that?
Oh.
Yes. Oh, my God. I want to renew my vows right now. That was beautiful. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's not going to go well.
Oh, I didn't know that's all I had to do.
That was perfect. I imagine it's a black dick, April. Ugh.
You know what, though? That's about right. That's about the right size. Haven't you seen one before? I have. I've seen a few.
Hold on. This is only the only way I know how to measure them. Okay. No. I gotta unhinge my jaw too much. It's not quite that. Oh, wasn't that love? Wasn't that love? The nice married couple imitating her husband giving forced oral sex to a Negro. You know, guys, it's the good times that I remember. Dive Bar says, how long ago was that Nick clip? You still looked young back then. Are you saying I've been aged? Buffalo Jockey says, hey, at least she wasn't a paid employee. If I would have let her keep working. Somebody told me, they said, boy, you really let her play you into that job. And I'm like, what do you mean? It's like, they said to me, they go, Aaron, everybody hates their job. You didn't need to rescue her from that factory. You could have let her keep working there. You do your show, make all the extra money, doing great. Wouldn't have to have the audience, support her being an employee on the show. And I'm like, yeah, well, like somebody said, love is blind. Love is blind. Lost Chaos Synthesizer says, when you see these clips, does it make you question the decision of leaving your family for that? I mean, yeah, of course. Buffalo Jockey says, she falsely accused one of your friends of SA. What made you ignore the warning signs? Yeah, she did come on the air and say that Adrian tried to pound with her at Raleigh's the night her and I met. She accused her ex-boyfriend of being a terrible, scary, awful guy, and he wasn't. He just wasn't, found out later. Accused Adrian of doing things that Adrian did not do, and I've apologized to Adrian for that. Yeah, she said things about me that were not true. I mean, she really, I guess the warning signs were there that she would say anything about anyone to get her sympathy for herself. Remember when she was nose deep in coke and had just gotten out of jail and said, my charges were dropped. I'm not an addict. Somebody did this to me. I would have text sessions with her after we broke up where she, like I said, she would be really nice. And then there was a time of day where it just flipped and you could tell she's either drinking or on drugs. Because it went from short, nice, cordial communication to like, hey, I'm really sorry that this got here. This sucks that we ended up in this place, blah, 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 to paragraphs of text, just walls of text coming. And you're like, uh-oh. And then like, she kept texting me. I said, you got to get off coke. You got to get off coke. You know, you can get away from there. And she would write me. She goes, I'm healthy. I'm at a healthy weight. And I'm like, I didn't accuse you of being under or overweight. I'm healthy. Like the insinuation that she's not doing drugs and that couldn't say that. Couldn't be like, I'm not doing cocaine. Because I think Nick told her, don't write that in text messages. But she would go, I'm healthy. I'm at a healthy weight. You'd be like, okay. And then you just get walls of text and you'd be like, that's coke texting. Buffalo Jockey with $1 says, I hate my job. Buy me a new truck. Goofing. Dive Bar with $2 says you got to give her credit for one thing. She did make you get rid of your homo creeper van. You know that like my kids loved that van. They had DVD players in the back seat and like TVs in the headrests. They loved that thing. They asked numerous, like when I got the Tahoe, there were a few times where they were like, Dad, I miss the van. Why did we have to get rid of the van? It's like, well, because this girl 8 years younger than me told me she wouldn't date a guy who drove a van. Like, that's another one where the chat's going to go, Aaron, you didn't see that as a red flag? I was stupid, all right? Yeah, that kind of broke my heart once in a while is when the kids were like, Dad, why don't we have the van anymore? I like the van better. And then you know why you got the Tahoe. She was with me when I bought it. You know why you got it. And then your kids say that they want the van. You're like, there's just some shit as a parent that sounds gay to other people. But to you, you're just like, it's heartbreaking. I'm a piece of shit. I'm a asshole. You know? Having that, like when she left and then I filed for divorce, like sitting the kids down and having to talk to them about that and like having a really hard time. And then all three of them hugging me afterwards and saying, I'm just happy you're back. And just how great they were. That was incredible, but the heartbreaking part of that was my oldest saying, Dad, I really feel like April hasn't cared about us for a long time. That was hard. And then I tear up a little bit, and then they all, like, they do this big group hug thing. Like, it was, that was, so whoever sent that clip in of old steel toe clips with her and I, thanks a lot. This is the road it went down today.